And hopefully we should be live now. Yes, I'm afraid so, Lee. It is. We are having to wait for the Amish internet, which is currently on a go slow. Either the internet is, or Tyler is. I'm undecided.
Hey,
Whichever, it's
look
crap.
at past shows. You know how Miami is.
Yes. It's good this. I've got you lot in, but according to chat, there's nobody actually chatting.
Yeah,
It's good thing. You got in, but
Oh,
according to chat, there's nobody else.
there we go.
and I've
That
got
is
an
a
echo.
big lag.
I said I
That
just
is
got the
a hell
notification.
of a.
There we go. That is a big lag.
Okay, I got feedback from someone or somewhere, but
Yeah, I just turned my phone down. So I use my phone for chat. That would have been me.
always one. Fucking Scots. Anybody. How's everybody been this week?
Yeah, not too bad. Wife was discharged on Thursday, so she's currently having some rest at her parents
Yeah.
because they live in a bungalow, and the kids are
Good.
still driving me fucking mad. So yeah,
Well,
normal.
go and move in with in the bungalow and leave the kids in the house on their own.
Can't because they'll probably end up fighting and arguing.
Or burning it down.
I know they won't
Yeah.
cook, so it's all right.
Uh,
What?
that's what they
You've
got
never
parents
had a
for.
burnt salad?
I've burnt water, but yeah. Hiya, free rider.
So, what you been up to this week, Bill?
Uh, Not a great deal. Spent
It's
a
all
little bit of
exciting with
money.
you, lot, isn't it?
Yeah, spent a little bit of money. Got Nosferatu AIO.
That's nice.
You mean
I've also finally got the Ascent mod in British Racing Green, and that is tiny.
that's what she
That's what
said?
she said.
Man, y'all are quick.
Compared to your computer, anything's quicker. Is that energy drink you're drinking?
Oh God, no.
Oh, so I was going to say, if it is, tip it on your laptop, it might go faster. Ah, yes. So this week, guys, we are going to have a show where we are going to do something vape related. And Tyler is going to tell us all about his new purchase and describe what vape it is, how it is to build on, what he likes about it, the whole thing. He's going to do a review of the Max Tank. So that should be a giggle.
The only thing I'm underprepared for is I don't have the Bogan beer ready.
You, you're up to your usual your usual standard of crappiness.
Well,
Hey, Elisa.
All right, Lisa.
Oh, we're allowed to say about food. Hold on a minute. What do you mean we're allowed to say about food this week? I thought you were still on your diet.
say somebody's cheating.
Hey up, Free. Hope you're well, buddy. Yes, the sausage apocalypse. Did anybody else see this week that Keir Starmer has sacked Angela Rayner? And that most of the MPs on the Labour Party are now against Keir Starmer. his own party are all against him.
Mm.
Officially, 11 have revolted already.
Yeah, and aren't they revolting?
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, Saxu Grey, yeah.
Trenton,
It-
stop yelling.
The way it's going with the Labour Party, the only one who's going to be left in a position of power will be Keir Starmer. So we'll have to do all the jobs of everybody badly. So that should be fun.
So the next general election will be December.
Oh, that'll be the vote of no confidence.
That'll be the one. And of course, we have the budget coming up, which I hope we're all looking forward to.
Is that better?
Hmm.
Not particularly. We can see you better. But... yeah,
Well,
the budget.
See, that was the
budget-
goal, but now I see what you're saying. So, I mean, both sides of a bad coin.
Yeah, well, yeah, true. The one that I do have to chuckle about, and anybody who likes to drink, is the fact that Keir Starmer's ruling that he's bringing in on pubs. He is determined to fuck this country, isn't he? He's bringing in this rule that pubs will be shut in early. Oh, hi there.
Evening, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, he's bringing in this new rule
Hey, Steve.
to basically fuck pubs up even more. I'm not a big drinker. I used to be, not anymore. But what he's doing is he is going to destroy the entertainment industry and pub industry. Pubs, restaurants, nightclubs.
I've got news for him. Then. He's going to destroy about a third of the employment in the UK.
Yeah.
A third.
Yes. And let's be honest, we all can see why he's doing it, and everybody's scared to say why. Because he wants to make this country, in my view, this is only my opinion, he wants to make it an alcohol-free country. So it's more friendly to certain religions.
Mm.
Now, I have nothing against the Muslim people. Nothing at all.
No.
But at the same time, why should we adjust for people coming into our country? They should adjust to our way of living, not the other way around. So just think, in a few months, Craig, the kids will be bringing home their homework in Arabic. So you'll have to learn that.
Matt, you seem to be cutting out a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Unless your mic's not close enough.
Mike's right there, mate. Can't get any closer. Unless this mic has finally decided to go on the blink. Is it any better now?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
That might be what
fine,
it was
yeah.
then. Okay.
Yeah, so what were you saying about homework?
I said the kids will soon have Muslim homework to bring back. You'll have to do all their homework in Arabic. That'd be fun.
Mm.
Do you know, Steve, the prohibition thing, I would not be surprised in the slightest. I would not be surprised. It's scary. It really is.
Mm.
Really is.
It's
So
a
what has
dangerous path.
anybody in... Go on, mate.
It's a dangerous path to go down. Is prohibition.
Hmm.
Not for the
I mean,
person who's...
Well, we all know how well it worked in America. We know how well vaping prohibition's working in Australia.
Well, there is another way of looking at this. The only person who got rich out of prohibition in the States was one Al Capone.
Yeah.
And he did very well out of it.
Mm.
So who fancies being
What's the
Al
way it's
Capone?
heading again?
Who fancies, starting up our own mafia family in the UK? Because that is how it's going to end up. Oh,
Or
don't.
you might find out, and people might end up starting to do a bit more homebrewing.
Of e-liquid or of alcohol?
Yeah.
both.
Say both.
What bothers me with, well, both of them actually, unless you know what you're doing, but more with alcohol, is if you start trying to brew your own alcohol, especially spirits, that's a fucking dangerous thing.
Mm.
Because you could end up brewing ethanol instead and turn yourself blind.
But then also you could run your car on it.
I'll say.
I'll get the
Instead.
shed sorted.
Hey, Dave.
Right off.
Hey up, buddy.
Hey, Darth.
Hope you're alright. What are you after, Darth? What are you creeping for? What have you done there? I honestly don't know, and I'm starting to hear real scary things off a few people lately about the NHS waiting lists that have gone. As a lady near where we are, who's in her late 60s, needs both knees doing, and they won't do an operation on her knees for another 6 years because of the waiting lists. I understand not doing it on somebody who's in their 20s, maybe, up to a point, but at that age...
Yeah, but 6 years.
6 years and she's already, well, she's nearly 70. There's a real chance, not that I said it to her, obviously, but there's a real chance that she might not be here to get it done. Unless that's what they're hoping.
I was going to say, wouldn't that be convenient for the waiting list?
Would you put it past them? Because I wouldn't.
I wouldn't put it past them at all.
And Stevie, we've already said this one before. Me and Lee on Lee's show, we've said it on there. We are heading for a communist outcome. And I'm pleased they are, Lee. I really am. I'm glad they are. With your dad. And anybody else, if they're getting the treatment quickly and it's getting done, brilliant. I'm pleased. But I think it comes down to the postcode lottery, doesn't it, a bit?
Mm.
I say this is the problem we've got up in this area. If I want a hospital, I've got to go at least 25 miles.
Yeah, it's not funny. It really isn't.
No.
And for certain things, I've got to go 60 miles.
Yeah.
Better not have an
liver
emergency.
consultants My liver consultant's in York. My heart consultant's in Hull. Which for me is 50 and 60 miles.
Mm.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Freak. Yeah, you can hit the button or the subscribe button if you want. If you can't be bothered, don't bother. Whatever. So, apart from Bill, what has anybody else been looking at this week, vape-wise?
I had some plastic bottles. That was it.
Exciting. That's only because you cocked up. But anyway.
Mm.
Given Craig's probably got 3 tanks and 4 mods in the cupboard.
Probably.
Yeah, more than that.
Oh, I meant unopened.
Yeah, more than that.
Oh, Jesus.
More than that.
Honestly, Lisa, so you're cooking beef and ale and dumpling top pies while you can't eat? That
I'll send you my address, Lisa.
That's a proper sadist, that, isn't it? It's a bit warped, that is. I think you need help, Lisa. I mean, Bill and I are volunteering to help eat them. That's not a problem.
Yep, no problem at all there.
Mm.
That's not like you, Lisa. 3 times in a week. Fucking hell. Oh, God, Lee's looking at Boro devices. Don't do it. You're going down a rabbit hole, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. What Boro have you been looking at, Lee?
Yeah, you're right, Darth. Cheers, mate. The Aspire Venom Alex. Don't know about that one.
I was going to say, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a new one that they're releasing.
Yeah, I've not. Mind you, I must admit, I don't look for much nowadays. I picked up the new. It's bad, isn't it? The new Inikin Finale tank. Only because I've had all the other versions of it, so I picked that up. Picked up another couple of mods. Nothing special, all old stuff really.
Right, yeah. I've seen that as well.
The Centaurus G80. Yeah, it's not a bad looking mod, to be fair, Lee.
Yeah, it's quite nice looking.
But to be honest with you, there's fuck all out there worth bothering with.
It's not
I only
loads.
picked up a couple of mods because they were old. I picked up the Inikin 217 because I still like that mod and it was going cheap. So I thought, yeah, that's ideal, mouth to lung. And I picked up the Damn Vape Boro because it was going cheap. That's my excuse, anyway.
Yeah, excuse.
And Bill had to be the flash git and go and buy the Nosferatu. No, I'm not going to spend any more of my money. No, I'm not spending any more. What can I spend it on?
Well, with a name like Nosferatu, where does it belong?
Well, with Dave.
Yeah, but where else
Oh,
could it
yes.
be? Or should
Oh,
it
yes,
be?
Lisa.
Mm.
Oh, yes, very nice. I'll share that, share that picture later to the guys. Because they'll only get hungry.
You know, Lisa,
Damn, I'm
I have eaten
hungry.
very minimal today, and that's not fair.
I'm definitely hungry.
I recommend not putting that in your Google search. Pie porn.
Mm-hmm.
It comes up with some very, very strange things. Come on then, let's have your review, Tyler.
Oh, the great and wonderful review, right?
Yeah, no, you got
Yep.
you.
We did ours.
Ready? Ready? Ooh, it's shiny.
More than the mod is.
Mm-hmm.
It might need a polish.
That is not a review. Get on with it. Come on.
Well, I'm trying to keep up with chat too here.
Any excuse.
Well, I've got to have at least one or two. We already know what it is. It's the Blaze Max 30 millimeter.
Right.
We've been over this. You guys already had it, what, a month and a half, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I've only had it for a few days, so I can't say I've tested thoroughly. I've had one build through it. But as far as how easy it is to build, if you screw this one up, well, you live in Manchester, we'll put it that way.
I'm glad
Even putting Wotofo coils in it as well.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm glad he said Manchester and not Salford.
Oh, geez. Yeah, because I need that on my back.
What, Dave? Uncle Dave's coming to get you.
Mm.
Now watch. We'll say his name enough times he's going to pop up today. Just watch.
Oh, nice.
It's
Nice.
got massive freaking airflow for what it is. I mean,
Mhm.
fully open, I think I ran it up to 160, and it still wasn't overbearing as far as the heat goes. But I don't know, for what it is right now, I'm a bigger tank guy anyway. I used to use Steam Crave every day.
Then he kept cutting his finger because of that shit.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that because that has happened.
Well, no, I wasn't on a. Do you know, Tyler? I actually wasn't having a dig at you. I was saying it because I've done it.
Well, they're
So
like a
bad.
freaking tin can. They're like a tin can. They really are.
That just. I have this issue with Steam Crave. When it's all built and it's wicking well, they're great. They're absolutely great. Then you leave it for a few days, or you think, oh, well, I'm out of e-liquid in that. I fancy using something else. So you do what we all do, rather than clean it out. You put it on the side. You think, I'll clean that out in a bit. And it stays there for a week or so. And then you think, oh, I better go and clean it out now. And you try and get the top off.
Like I have. Yeah.
Like you had to.
Yeah.
And you try it.
Both of them.
Try it
Both of them.
usually with your tweezers, which is why I now no longer have ceramic tweezers, because I shattered the ceramic tweezers trying to do it. Then you get your pliers, and you end up using pliers. So at that point, you're marking it and messing it up.
And you're bending it because it's thin metal as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
or you
Yeah.
shatter the glass. The build quality is so poor.
Well, I'm
Why
sorry.
can-
The whole RDA mode that they're supposed to have, drip to the top of that. Go ahead. Watch how fast you are leaking out the airflow.
I've done it, mate. I've tried it. Like we all have, you know. You try it because it will do it.
I must admit, I was thinking about using it as the dripper. I don't think I'll bother
Oh,
anymore.
The only way you can get away with it, I can't remember whether it was it the 30 came with a squonk pin. One of them came with a squonk pin you could put in, and
the 25.
yeah, because I've done it on the 30. I think it was the squonk pin from the 25 I managed to put in.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the
Kind of works. The Titan is
that
another one, I think.
wasn't the Messon?
No,
It was one of the 30mm drippers that they made, which came,
it was. Hold on.
which you had two different ones. You had a mesh one, and you had the normal one.
Yeah, which I've got here somewhere.
Can't remember what the name of it is.
Which I gave up using, to be fair, mate, because it would again. The seals on the actual cap, it was either too tight or too loose. There was no in between.
Yeah.
Exactly, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've actually spoken to people at Steamcrave about some of the faults I find, and I said to them, you know, all you've got to do, put some hardened screws in instead of the cheap, shoddy rubbish that they put in. It's not even pennies to them.
No.
Make sure that the threads on the tank, on the cap and the tank and the glass and all the seals are properly machined. It's not a big deal. Wouldn't cost you a lot. Wouldn't have an issue with them then. But now, as they, sorry, the blaze blows it out of the water.
Oh, just fit and finish alone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I know you in America, you had to pay more because thanks to America. But we can pick them up for what? 30, I think it's 35, 36 quid. Isn't it?
32.
Yeah.
32, is it? So we can pick them up
No,
for that.
32.
32. Hell of a lot cheaper than Steamcrave. Anything Steamcrave do.
I mean, have you ever seen the Steamcrave prices in America?
Oh, I dread to think.
No.
Your average, like for the Ragnar, I think it was $90 for the tank.
What?
Oh yeah, when it came out, it was 80 or 90.
I think I paid about 45 when the Ragnar came out.
Oh, I bought mine with the mod, didn't I? And I think I paid with the 4-bay, with the square one, the PWM.
Yeah.
And with the Ragnar and the mod, I think I paid. I think it was 75. It wasn't 80.
Yeah.
Wow, that just proves what America, how they're ripping you off, buddy.
Oh yeah,
That is
and think
so
that
insane.
if that's what you're paying for that quality of machining.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. For all the claims that Steamcrave make, they don't stack up.
Yeah, but this is what amazed me, Steve. Right, I did this and said about how shit their mods are, and I mean the LiPo mod I had the actual 510 collapse on me. When I took it apart, the earth to the actual 510 plate was loose on a LiPo. All that had to do was arc
Yeah.
out, and you've got instant explosion.
Yeah.
I showed Bill the pictures, the soldering quality on it. It looked like it had been soldered by a 5-year-old.
Sure it wasn't
I
Bill Burr.
disconnected.
No, it wasn't quite that bad, but it wasn't far off. There was no glue on it.
Right.
I know I disconnected the battery on mine afterwards because I checked the 510 in it, and it's shocking.
Do you know the easiest
problem
way,
is-
Darth, to build the Ragnar, right? Take your cotton, take it to the deck, cut it at a V like that, tuck it down so you've got a space either side, tuck it down, don't thin it, tuck it down, put it through, it'll wick. Guarantee it.
Mhm.
I can wick them, that's not an issue. Believe me, I can wick them, and I can vape them at a stupid wattage.
Never had a
just don't
problem
like
with
the
the
bit.
Ragnar itself, apart from
No,
leave it
because
to
you
sit
have to
for 2
refill it.
days and half your tank's empty.
Was any of this guidance on wicking from the person that you then gave the tank to? Because if it was, he has not got a fucking clue about wicking. He spent 90% of his vaping life on fucking stock coil mods. But anyway, we won't get into my hatred of that certain person. Oh, I did. I thought I might have done Darth. In the past, gone, done, mate. End of. Not worth worrying about, buddy. Not worth bothering with. But yeah, I do like the Max. I think it's a good tank. I really do. I think you could actually get 4mm coils in it, you know.
Oh, trust me, that's my next step is going up on the coil size and seeing what I can actually pull off.
You can certainly put 3.5s in.
Yeah.
That's what I've got in now.
No,
See, I
you're
went
right,
with
Steve.
6-rep 3mm, and they're good coils, but you can tell that there's a lot more airflow room that you can use.
No, I totally agree with you, Steve. Totally agree.
Mm.
Yeah. There is no excuse. But as vapors, we need to be the ones as a community to be saying to the companies, no, your product's rubbish. Do something about it.
The problem is, Steam Crave haven't brought anything out for a while.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they shut down their American site.
I think they shut
they
down
have.
the Chinese site as well because you couldn't get any spares off the Chinese site either.
I know last time I saw some, I'm still on like the Facebook groups for them, and I've seen people comment recently, well, why can't I order anything? Well, the transaction part of it's all shut down.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was always dodgy anyway, their transaction. When
Oh, it
you
was.
ordered from China, you had to do it through to a different company name, and it was like, because the first time I did it, my bank sent me a possible fraud warning. I was like, I'll risk it and let it go through. But to be honest with you, if you want a big tank, loads of airflow, will take decent sized coils, got loads of flavour, and it won't fall to bits on you.
Or leak.
Well, you know, because I've had that sat on, it's been sat on top of that mod. And I haven't been using it all the time because I'm usually using mouth to lung at the minute quite a lot.
Mm.
And it's been sat in there with juice in it, and there isn't one spot of juice on the mod anywhere. That says a lot. It really does. I know that Mike has got his haters. You know, people who slag Mike off for, oh, he keeps releasing mods called the same thing, and he keeps releasing this, and you know, because he. I mean, when you think about
Yeah,
it,
but why not?
Blaze Tank, Blaze,
Yeah, but
small dual coil over there as well. Oh, the only thing I haven't bought is I haven't yet bought the Boro mod, and I've got my eye on that. But
yeah, but the difference is, as opposed to Mike, and other reviewers seem to anything that's got their name on it seems to cost an extra £10 to £15 more.
yes, there are certain reviewers like that, aren't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
My attitude is, why should I pay? And I'm going to say the Stubby, which I never personally bought, but I know others did. Why should I pay an extra £100 on some of the special editions because it has Bogan's name on it? Why should I pay an extra £100 because it's got your name on it? Why? Mike doesn't do that. Mike brings out that 30mm max. It's at a good price. It's well built.
Affordable price.
Yeah.
I say criticise him for him having a range of the same. If you look though, you can see the lineage between all of the Blaze systems.
If I'm not
They are
going to,
obviously all connected.
The Blaze Boro. If you pull the deck out of this, and then you look at the deck on the Max 30, obviously there's a size difference, but the design ethics are exactly the same. It's exactly the same style, and it's well built. And I've been using, as these guys will tell you, I've been using this since I bought it, which I can't remember when it was, the Blaze Boro, non-stop, all week, every week. The screws that are in it are still fine. The seals are in it that are still fine. I did have a fault with it. And I'm going to complain to Mike about it. The airflow pin decided to leak, and I worked out what it was. It had come loose. It was my fault because I cleaned it and I didn't screw it back up tight enough. So it wasn't actually Mike's fault. It was Numbnuts ear's fault for not doing it up tight enough. That's the only fault I've ever had with it.
Well, it's like out of all the Blaze tanks I've got, I've had one leak. My fault. I mean, we were all sat chatting and one night, and I was tired as hell, and I underwicked it.
We all do it, mate. We do stupid shit. That is very
That's
true.
very true, Steve.
Yeah.
I mean, I've met Mike a few times, and I've heard a lot of people put Mike down. Because usually, if you catch him in an expo, he's usually had a few vodka and cranberry juices by that point. But he's actually a really, really nice guy to talk to, and he'll take the time to stop and talk to you for a bit. So, good luck to him. I hope I haven't heard any more news on his wife.
No, I haven't either.
I say I haven't heard any updates at all now.
I hope whatever happens, I hope that, I don't know what words to use really, gets sorted, improves. I hope she's okay. Bless her. I'm sure she will be.
I was going to say, I mean, Mike's pretty devoted to her. You could always tell that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't think he's got a choice. She'd batter him if he didn't.
True.
She's got a temper on her, hasn't she? Darth, I don't want to know what. Oh God. What can you say to that?
I'm saying nothing.
Mm.
What you and Bogan got up to in the toilets at Expo, we'll leave there. Thank you, Darth. Oh, you're joking,
Oh, that's a
Steve.
shit. That really is a shame.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh no.
For fuck's sake. That's yeah. No, that is really, that's horrible. Horrible to think that. Well, either way, I wish them both all the best. I really do. Because
Yeah.
make the most of whatever time you've got, I guess, is the takeaway from that.
I'll say hopefully there will be.
Yeah. Yes.
Hopefully people will be allowing them to.
I would have thought they probably.
Would have thought so. Yeah.
I think Mike would concentrate more on that probably than he will be on other stuff.
I mean, I doubt we'll see a
Yeah.
review out of him for quite a while.
Can't see it. Not for a bit. It's. I mean, I know he has other business concerns, doesn't he? So it's not just the vaping stuff he does. He has other stuff that he's involved with. So hopefully that'll be enough to keep him sort of going and whatever. Darth, you don't have to apologise. We know it was just, as per usual, Darth, it was your bad timing again. We didn't think you were laughing at that. Honestly, mate. I know. I know what you meant, mate. I don't expect you to apologise for something like that. Just bad timing. But
I'll say we know there's a bad lag today anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You and Grandma will have a conversation. Me and Grandma and Grandpa are gonna put it up there later.
it's you, Darth. But if you can put your foot in it, somehow you always manage to do it. It's amazing. You have this natural built-in talent for it. Do you know I haven't watched ST for ages, Steve?
I can understand that.
Well, they're all very close, all of them, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're all they're close friends. They really are very close as friends, and it's the wives are all close as well.
I was going to say the other thing is they're like us. They think the same sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mike certainly thinks in terms of engineering.
Yeah. That should be interesting, Lee.
Mm.
Dogs.
You should be able to get some good videos out of that. I don't know about exorcism. I can think of a few people we need to like maybe use a stake to put through their heart. You know. Oh God, Darth hit the wrong letters again. We've got crapped you out. What is it with you tonight, Darth?
I say Osset's got some very strange tales around it.
Probably got a few strange people in it. Hasn't
Well, it has. I mean,
Did you get scared, Darth? Were you hiding behind your blankie? You should have set the dog on him, Darth. That would have, well, I would have done fuck all, actually. Greetings, Mr. Dobson.
Hey, William.
evening, William.
Hi, William.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Darth. You daft bugger you are. There's a few haunted places, excuse me, around Wales. I know that, definitely. It's a very creepy
Apparently,
place.
Berry Pomeroy Castle near me is quite haunted as well.
Yeah. Well, if you come up onto Dartmoor, there's definitely a few places that are. Yeah, people were convinced there was a haunting at Warwick Castle. It was just Stevie farting.
What again?
I saw a green mist and I thought it was.
Nah, that's all right. That's a security bloke. That's... Mind you, we are coming up to that time of year of All Hallows Eve.
We are indeed.
Is anybody doing anything for it?
I shall
Nothing
be
traditional.
No.
marking. I'll be marking it my usual way.
Must be hard to get hold of virgins in Whitby.
I have to import them from York.
Fucking hell, you are doing well finding one in York.
Well, I've no chance between Middlesbrough and Scarborough.
You say that, William. There's a lot of places in the south of England that are haunted. I could give you quite a few places down south. One of them being the school that I used to go to. That was haunted. Very, very creepy place. I know it wasn't because I was there. It was just creepy generally. But no, I shall be going more with the traditional approach again, as I usually do. Well, yeah, we know that, Stevie. Derek Akora was a knob and a fake.
Yeah.
if you go into London, there's a lot of places around London that are haunted. A lot of
Hmm.
places. A place that nobody really ever thinks about is Billingsgate Market, because Billingsgate Market, of course, was built on top of the old prison. And if you were to dig down through Billingsgate Market, not that I'm sure the owners of Billingsgate Market would be very impressed with you, but there is the original, when they used to hang people at the prison, the bodies are still there. All the corpses are still under there.
Oh, nice
Lee.
one, Lee.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. No, William,
And
he
yeah,
did
I'm
not
not doing.
get back to normal. Git. Sorry, Bill, go on.
I'm not doing too bad this week, apart from a cold that's got into my stomach. But the painkillers are working.
That means give it another hour, he'll be stoned again.
No, I'm not taking any more till after the show.
Just need to get your teeth sorted, or your tooth sorted, mate, and then you'll be back on.
It's two of them.
Yeah.
But they'll be sorted on the 17th.
Are you going to be doing a show, though, Lee, for Halloween? Or are you going to be working? We can see if we can summon Scott from the depths and the bowels of hell.
Unless they've got a power cut.
Unless he's got a power cut and then he's fucked. Bless him.
Painting decorating the entire house. Very nice.
Oh, it's just so I've got time to get, like, if you're gonna do a Halloween show, I shall need to get a mask. Something more horrifying than my usual face. Cue jokes. Off you go.
Well, good luck finding one.
Well, that's not a bad start. I like Halloween. It's my favourite time of the year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going to start on America now. Unfortunately, America decided to wreck it. You commercialised it.
Oh, severely. Severely.
Mhm.
You wrecked it. You wrecked what it's meant to be. If I can find one, Lee, if I can find a Davros one, I will turn up with one, wearing one. I just prefer like the traditional thing, the traditional Celtic side to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all this, the trick or treat stuff, it's a load of bollocks. And talking of bollocks, last night we were looking up stupid laws in America.
Oh, jeez.
And I decided to go looking up stupid laws, particularly in Tyler's home state of Ohio. Among other places, we also looked up Alabama, Arkansas, and a few other places. Oh, California, didn't we? Looked up the places.
Or Colorado.
Yeah,
Colorado. And I
yeah.
still think my favourite one is it is illegal to allow your alligator to eat fire hydrants. It is
That's
also
Florida.
illegal. Yep. It's also illegal to leave your alligator parked tied to a fire hydrant. You cannot spit if you're in Georgia. You cannot spit if you are in a car, or was it in a car or in something else? But you can if you're in a truck. So you have to be a redneck like Tyler. What other laws?
Yeah, one day I'll remember to wind the window down before he does it.
Yeah.
Well, cause now isn't what it used to be anyway. When you have, like we're talking to Scott, when you have Scott who freely admits that all American beer is shit, and he's American, that says it. That says it all.
I mean, he's not wrong. It really is all shit.
Mm.
The fact he's not really American anymore because he hasn't lived there for about 15 years. He's been going round sort of Europe, really. Or Eastern Europe, anyway.
Eastern Europe. I was going to say, if he does go back, he'll be on an instant watch list anyway.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Lee's show already is. Thanks to me and Scott and Lee. Pretty sure. I think one we're probably on. You know the FBI's most wanted posters? I think there's a lot of. Somewhere there's a poster with us three Muppets on it. Because of some of the comments.
Possibly. Well, I did my own little tribute to Donald Trump the other day and clipped my hair with a razor. God, it bled for ages.
They almost got him.
Honestly.
I still think that's a publicity stunt.
Yes, I
It
agree.
is.
Which one? The one on the golf course or the one at the meeting? Oh, that'd be right.
I didn't know there was one at the golf course.
Oh, didn't you hear about
Oh,
that?
yeah.
No?
Oh, yeah, they went for him at the golf course.
There was somebody
did they?
hiding in the bushes for 12 hours, ready to shoot him. That doesn't say much about your security if they were hiding there for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. We'll just leave him there. They might get him. What the...
Were they a member of the course?
He was... he's a bit of a strange-looking guy, but he's... He's... I don't know. It's just somebody else who's anti-Trump, in it. I don't.
He asked
I
them
don't
to
get.
form a queue, but it's gone 3 times around the planet already.
Mm.
Well, you've got to remember that Donald now thinks he is God. The way he's been talking, have you heard some of his latest speeches? He talks of himself in the third person. He talks
Jesus.
like he is actually God. So,
Well, he's
Tyler,
always
who do
had an
you vote?
inflated it.
Who do you vote for, Tyler? Biden? Or
Oh,
Trump?
I don't vote. There has not been anyone in my lifetime that has been worth the time to go vote. There is no political candidate that I've actually agreed with enough to say that I'm going to say this is my opinion on it and actually do it that way.
I'm trying to think. I think, and this is going to sound really bad, and people will probably laugh at this, but I think probably one of your last great leaders, although he was a bit of a muppet, was Ronald Reagan. And I will explain myself for that. Because at least Ronald Reagan would actually listen to other people and take advice. The rest of them,
True.
you've had the hedgerow. Bush. The both of them.
I would say
Who-
both of them.
Mm.
I mean, the greatest picture I ever saw was George Bush when he crashed his ride-on lawnmower, and he'd fallen off the lawnmower backwards. That was brilliant. And this was according to America, not you, but America as a place, the most powerful and greatest country in the world. He can't even drive a fucking ride-on lawnmower. And he's got
Oh,
his
he's probably
finger on
drunk.
the big red button.
Well, what do you expect he was practicing with a Jeep?
Here we go with the Jeep thing again. Bill and I have worked out where the plans for the Jeep came from. Now you have to think about this, Tyler. In the days when people first came to America, they went across the prairies on the old horse and cart, right? Now,
Right.
think about that. The chassis, the wheels, the chassis, the steering. Take the horses off. Put an underpowered V8 on it. You've got a Jeep.
You're really not that far off.
There you go. Jeep. Oldest design in the world. They used an old cart horse. In fact, I think an old car horse would be more reliable than a Jeep.
Probably.
This is an ongoing thing with us, like pissing Tyler off with the Jeep thing, because he keeps having to work on Jeeps, and
Is that not your sister's Jeep?
Yep. Every
they
time.
are so unreliable.
I mean, shoot, what was the last one? Last one was the water pump went bad.
Start a motor?
Yep. Starter went out about a week and a half before that. And there's a horrific squeal coming from one of the wheels running the serpentine belt. So I think her power steering pump's going out.
Right.
What? It's got steering.
That's it. I've got a fix for you. I've got it. I've worked it out. You need to go back.
Gallon of petrol.
No. This is I'm being sensible here. This is a sensible fix. What you need is you take the steering column out. Okay, take the steering wheel off. Take the steering column out, and you get a bit of string and you tie it to the left wheel and the right wheel, and then you just do that.
Or you get two bit
Well-
lengths of chain, wrap them round a wheel, and then use like ship's rudder.
That's good. I like that one, Bill.
Well, you see, if we can go that far, you might as well pull the front wheels off, install one of them dead center.
You got an off-road reliant Robin.
Well, yeah, weld the drive, yeah, weld the steering column directly to that single wheel as well. You'll be all right.
I mean, you could just weld the steering straight because most of your roads are. All she's got to do then is take a jack with her, jack the back end up, swivel it round a bit, let it down, off she goes. Maybe
No,
you'd be
what she
better-
wants. No, you know the jack system they use on NASCAR.
Oh, the piston jacks.
Pump
Yep.
it up,
Brilliant, Bill.
and then turn the car and drop it back down,
Hold on. No,
ready to
I've
go
got
straight
it.
again.
Hold on, she's got kids, hasn't she?
Yeah.
There you go. Right? She doesn't have to get out. She sits in there, presses a button, jacks go down, deploy the kids swivel it round a bit, back in the car, off you go.
No, see, if you're smart, you zip tie the kids to the side running boards. Then all I gotta do is put their feet down and just kick.
True.
That would work.
Yes. Exactly. Steve, what does that tell you? A diesel-powered Land Rover will outpull a Dodge Ram all day. Difference being that the Land Rover will keep going and going and going no matter what. Oh, I love Land Rovers. I can only think of one vehicle I would own that has an American engine. Well, there's a couple actually, but one in particular. Oh, I'm getting this off. Oh dear. Jensen Interceptor. Jensen Interceptor. That I would have because that had a V8 in it, and then they screwed it up because they put a 7-litre V8 in it, and it had all the emission crap on it.
Which dropped it back to 23 horsepower.
Well, it had two. I think it was the 6.4. 6.2 litre they had in it to start with. Stevie will tell me. 6.2 litre they had in it, and with that in it, it was about 320 horsepower. They changed it to the 7 litre and it went down to 280. I don't
Only in
understand.
America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. There's got to be places in America where you like going round corners. There's got to be somewhere.
Well, trust me, we have our fair share of roundabouts.
You ain't seen nothing. Milton Keynes. Oh, you could have hours of fun. So what
Every
do you do in a
200
Jeep?
yards.
So when you come to a roundabout in a Jeep, you just go over.
You just kind of gotta you kind of lean the direction you want to go, and just hopefully it's starts skidding.
Ain't got enough power to skid.
Yeah, but you think about the tire profile they have on half of them. They're not made to turn anywhere. It was funny because she drove her boyfriend's car like a week ago to go to the store. she's so used to over adjusting for the Jeep when it hits a bump that she actually swerved a good like foot over the line trying to drive because it hit a bump. So it's like you have that much play in your normal steering that if you hit a bump, you're looking at a whole shift on the wheel and you're still going straight.
Oh yes, Steve. I have seen that. I have seen that with the LS3. What is it? LS3 engine in it. Yes. Oh yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's my sort of car. That's luxury. That. Yeah, all the luxury of an old school Jensen Interceptor, but with 580 brake in it. Yeah, that's my sort of. Yeah, that do me. I dread to think what it'll cost.
Mm.
The thing is, why don't you lot in America stop fucking about with the crap cars that you're given by American manufacturers? Give up making cars because it's pretty obvious that most of them are not very good. Why don't you buy like Japanese or anywhere else in the world?
I mean, it would make more sense because you look at the Japanese cars that are over here, and they've been running since the 80s. You know,
Mm.
You'd get better fuel economy as well, much better.
Mm.
oh yeah,
I don't get. That's one thing that frustrates me with America, is their sort of attitude of we need more power, make the engine bigger. How about tune the engine properly?
And making sure it can
Yeah.
go around the corner.
we'd rather have trucks that do 10 miles a gallon.
Oh, Steve, how do you feel about loaning me 349,500?
And 50.
Mate, that
It's
would
like
be
throw me an extra 150 pounds for gas while you're at it.
fucking, you need it with that car, I'll tell you.
Mm.
Jesus, what a car!
Oh,
Yeah, to get to the next
Somehow I
gas
don't
station.
think you get. I don't
You
think
what,
you
mate?
get that on mobility, Matt.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I've just gone back and looked at the. I've looked at the car that Steve posted the other day, the 61 Bristol 407 by Zagato. That is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. I wish he'd stop putting them on there. I'm going to ban him soon from putting pictures on because it's disgusting. It's almost pornographic, some of these pictures.
Mm.
What do you mean almost?
Well, Alana keeps wondering why I keep going in the bathroom with my phone. I could get in trouble soon. I'm quite happy with the car I've got at the minute, to be fair. The fact is, most parts for cars now are made in China. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Or Japan, or that part of the world. So,
Well,
like my
that's
car's
one
got-
of the things I like. One of the things I like about that Civic I've got is it's one of the Japanese Civics.
Yep.
Absolutely bulletproof.
Mm.
I wouldn't try that. Go on, shoot me, you bastard. Oh, shit.
Yeah, but you look at it. I've been driving that car for 6 years. The worst I've had was during lockdown. I had to use my battery booster once.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, and a new exhaust.
And a new exhaust.
Yeah.
It turned out it was only the back box on the exhaust.
Well, that's all right.
While you continue, I'm going to have a Davros break.
But it's all empty.
Mm.
Yeah, anything else has just been routine maintenance, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know, bricks do have to be maintained.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it depends whether you want to stop or not. Yeah.
Well, I kind of think it's a good idea when you have a caliper squeeze.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that at the time the car was 20 odd years old, 21 years
Mhm.
old, when the caliper finally seized. It's now nearly 23 years old.
Mm.
I guess you know it should have about 5.
So, I mean, it's never failed to get me where I want to go.
Yeah. And insurance companies don't think of it that way, though. That's the problem.
I think the insurance isn't bad on it.
No, what I mean is if it's
It-
written off or you have, because of the age of the car, they'll just write it off. If
Oh, I dare say they will.
Hmm.
But they've valued it higher than I'm paid for it.
Huh.
Oh, Jensen FF. First four-wheel drive car. That was a car and a half. That was a beast. I think I knew at the time they released that it was something like £7,900.
It was a lot of money, yeah.
And you could buy a house, a 3-bedroom detached house, for about 6.
Mm.
I dread to think if you could find a mint one now, how much it would be worth.
I'll put it this
Because
way,
they
you
wouldn't.
could still buy a 3-bed detached house.
Yeah.
Right.
They rivaled like Aston Martin and Ferrari and everybody, though.
No,
They
no.
really did.
You are.
But as per usual, the British car industry, as they do best, fucked it up.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some good car companies over the years.
Yeah. We've had some phenomenal car companies, really. And
I mean, I still love the old Lotuses.
yeah,
They took a standard 1.6 or 2 litre engine, tuned the hell out of it,
yeah,
and give you a car that would do 150.
yep. The only thing with Lotuses were so underbuilt. They took so much weight out of them. Colin Chapman had a habit of making them virtually bordering on dangerous because they were so
Yeah.
light. It's a clever man, but
Well, they got around it when they started putting the space frames in, didn't they?
yeah. Yeah. And how many? Here's another one of. Oh god, you got me on my pet hates. MGBs, right? MGBs.
Hmm.
All had nice chrome bumpers. You know, looked lovely. They had the right stance to them. They sat nice. 1977 it was. America comes along. No, we can't sell the MGB in America. It's too low and it's got chrome bumpers. So rather than MGB going, fuck you, they put
Mhm.
rubber bumpers on and increased the suspension 2 inches. Wrecked it.
Yeah.
See, another pet hate and something else against America. See, you fuck everything up, you Yanks.
Yeah, but they did the same thing to the Jags.
Mhm.
Done it to so many
And the
cars.
Porsches.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just can't leave things alone. Can you build an automatic Porsche or an automatic Ferrari? No. Learn how to use a gearbox, you bunch of fucking idiots.
I sort of
But that-
agree with you there, Steve.
That
Except
includes the whole extra pedal and everything.
yeah. Except the British handed the car market to the Japanese.
Mhm.
Well, they did. The thing is, Steve, they did it with the bike industry as well, didn't they? Because Jap bikes were coming in. They were much cheaper, much more reliable,
Faster.
faster, yeah. And the British bike industry, being a bunch of old fuddy-duddies in management, went, well, these Japs won't last. They won't last. I hate to tell you this, lads, but you got that fucking wrong, big time.
Mhm.
It was a fact that got me going back into dates in my head now. 1973, Triumph had actually built in the workshop, research and development, had actually built, they'd taken the triple cylinder Triumph that they used in the Trident, and they'd stuck a cylinder on that, and they'd made a 4-cylinder Triumph engine in 77. The bosses said, no, scrap it. The British bike industry was destroyed mostly by their bosses. The people on the workshop floor knew what they were doing. The bosses, yeah, not so much. Yeah, but look how many companies we've lost, Steve. How many car manufacturers? I mean, I don't think we've got time to go through a list of all of them, but Jesus.
Just what I want.
We've got a handful of very specialist companies left.
Mm.
We don't even own them.
The only company I know of that is still owned UK, it's owned in the UK, it's made in the UK, and everything apart from the engine is UK made, is Morgan.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
That's the only people I can think of, unless you go to, like you say, special people like Radical and there's a few others, but the real specialised, but which don't really come under manufacturers.
No, because everything's one-offs and two-offs.
Yep. Yeah.
Or they're building replicas of 70s cars.
It's strange, that, isn't it? Building replicas of the old Minis and old Escorts and.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Because
they're
that's
giving
what
them
people-
brakes now.
Mhm. They can actually stop.
Do you know my first Mini was an 850? I had an 850cc Mini when I passed my test on drum brakes. It was great. You could go flat out around corners, no problem. Stopping,
Mm,
it was touch and go. It was definitely touch and go around corners, around braking for corners.
Yeah, I had a 13 Escort. That would handle like nobody's business, but braking, forget it. But I blueprinted the engine on that and managed to get the top speed up to about 128 for a car designed to do 93.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know they'd been taken over, Steve.
They have been. Right.
Mm.
I mean, Rolls Royce, Bentley, they're all owned by other companies.
Hmm.
Aston Martin are,
Well-
Jaguar, obviously, Land Rover, Range Rover.
I was going to say Rolls Royce, Bentley, aren't they owned by BMW now?
They were. But I think Bentley are actually owned by VW.
Right.
I think Rolls Royce is owned by BMW. But I don't know. I don't know who owns Aston Martin now. It's been owned by so many different people.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I mean, Ford didn't keep it for long.
No. I'm kind of pleased that Ford didn't have a lot to do with it. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
but
destroyed it.
unfortunately, but they stuck all of the Mondeo electrics into the Aston Martins before they left.
Yeah, buy £100,000 car and you get a Mondeo fucking window wipers. Yeah, great.
Mm.
And switch gear and speedos.
Well, the V12 was just two of their Duratec V6s bolted together.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
Bit more to it than that, but that's basically what it was.
Mm.
Mind the Duratec V6 wasn't a bad engine.
Never been a big fan of modern Fords, to be honest. It's
Yeah,
a
but I
very
mean,
much.
Ford were working on that V6 right back to the late 50s.
I don't know.
Because they stuck it in the Zodiac.
Yeah.
Because Ford were trying to take on Jag at the time, weren't they?
Yeah. BMW.
Failed.
VW own no end of people, don't they? They're terrible. They own no end of companies.
Go get me the drinks. You go get this. You go get it.
Oh, maybe VW on bloody Lamborghini.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Part of the VAG deal, wasn't it?
Yeah. Vag. That's a badly conceived name, that wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest.
Mans.
Most VWs are driven by complete. Anyway.
Certainly a lot of the Audis are.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a prophecy.
Maybe. So you got Tyler's got his people carrier or whatever it is.
What's this gonna be? Your job?
Yeah, it's a minivan. Leave it be what it is.
A minivan.
Dad, I want my skin to get so
Yeah, it's a glorified piece of Korean crap, isn't it? With an American badge.
I was gonna say yeah.
At least he's got something reliable compared to an American car.
Mm.
That's true.
Oh, it's been reliable. It's just the fact that it's under warranty, so getting anything done work wise is an arm and a leg to do.
Well, you shouldn't be having to pay for anything. You haven't had it that long.
Oh, I've had it for going on 3 years.
Well, what's fallen off it so far?
Oh, everything I've done on it's just maintenance, oil changes, brakes, But last time I did brakes on it, including 2 rotors and full pads and labor, it was like $800. Yeah.
It cost me 200 quid to do the front brakes on mine, including a new caliper.
Yeah, that shows you what the rates are here for mechanics.
Mm.
Jesus Christ.
It also shows you that Hondas are well enough designed that you can do the job in under an hour.
Yeah. Well, and it's frustrating too because I can do all this work myself. It would take me less time than it probably takes them to have it sitting in the bay waiting for the next car to move.
Mm.
But technically, if I do it, it voids the warranty, and if the transmission or the engine goes, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Wait till
Mhm.
you get close to the end of the warranty and then run it into the ground and blow it to bits. Make sure you get some money out of the warranty.
Well, the nice part is the way the warranty that I got works. I could have 200,000 plus miles on it and the engine blow, as long as I'm under the warranty, which is a full lifetime warranty. They have to replace the motor.
There's your challenge on the way to work. Try and blow it up.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm not going to disclose how fast, but the thing moves.
How
Well,
close to
that is-
86,000 miles are you?
I think I just hit 65.
You've got another 20,000 miles before the engine blows up then.
Yeah, but hold on. Is this an American definition of high speed? Because I've noticed the American definition of high speed and the European definition of high speed are completely different. Anything over about
True.
80 in America is considered high speed. Over 100, it's you're in a different world.
Have you ever driven an American car at 100 miles an hour?
No.
Think
I
about it
wouldn't-
that way.
Mate, I'm nuts, but I ain't that nuts.
Now you see why our definitions are different.
Wobbling down the highway with the steering
I was going to say, you get the speed wobbles real quick.
Mm.
I was say I averaged 90 mile. I averaged 90 mile an hour in that Honda going down to Southampton, 350 miles.
That's just going to the shop.
Now, unfortunately, that was a funeral.
Well, that's a typical Subaru, that is, Lee.
Mhm.
Subarus always blow up. That's why I don't like Subaru Imprezas and stuff like that. They always go bang. They're a pain in the arse to work on. And they make that really annoying noise as well. They're really irritating. Mind you, so are the drivers, actually. Corvette, the only car made out of cheese. American cheese.
Well, if that's the case, it should last forever. At least the body.
It's government
Mm.
cheese.
No, the body does last forever. There's nothing left attached to it
Yeah, the
I'll say the
chassis
frame's gone.
it's all rusted and
because
fallen off.
it's a cheese monocoque, isn't it? With plastic wings.
Yeah. A cheese monocoque.
Corvette, the only car you can park facing up the street, go for a coffee, come out, and it's facing down the street.
I just Corvette, the American sports car. That was the slogan, wasn't it, in America? The American sports car. Oh dear.
When look how many are left and how many people actually drive nowadays.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
why do American Corvette owners, why do they also have to have sunglasses with Corvette on and a jacket with Corvette on and trainers that have Corvette? And they all meet up in little car parks somewhere and talk about their cars.
Mustang
like
owners are just as bad.
Is it like some help group for middle-aged golf-playing Corvette owners?
I say you notice that they all seem to be about 55, 65.
Usually going a bit bald. They've got the sort of President Trump comb over. Mustang owners are the best though, because they actually think they can drive.
Especially
got
old
that.
Fox body guys. Those are the
go
funniest ones.
Just go on YouTube and put in Mustang, and you'll come up with thousands of crashes. Just think, Tyler, one day you might own a proper car.
Yeah, one day I might get out of this country too.
Well, won't bother coming here, it's shit.
Mm.
Wrong colour anyway, you won't get in.
Mind you, you could pick up a couple of bits of vape stuff.
That's true, yeah.
That's true.
And look, it wouldn't cost me $400.
No.
You could come here, buy a couple of years worth of vape gear, and probably still save money buying to pay for the flight.
You also get plenty of Watofu wire with you as well.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
You set you up with a little stall at Expo.
Yeah.
All right, Craig. So let me ask you this: what's in your Blaze Max right now?
What, liquid or coils?
Coils. Something says
I've
it's the
got-
THC coils that came with it.
No, I've got some proper coils in it.
Oh, well, you still
Actually,
have some
no.
of his.
No, they're CC coils actually. The CC's 0.1 aliens.
Oh, you got some of these.
Yeah.
Well, I can't give you too much shit then.
You can give me shit if you want, because I've got the stock coils that came with it in.
You know what I've heard? I've heard for what they are. the TC coils are not bad coils.
Yeah.
They're not bad.
They're not the bad. They're just cheap coils.
Hmm.
You know. There's definitely better coils.
Yeah,
out there.
they're
Yeah, but
not flash,
forgetting
but
the
clothes that come for what comes with the tank, they're pretty
All
good.
right.
and
Yeah,
forgetting the
well,
build right and the wicking right, and then you put you run a few tanks out it, and then put a set of decent coils in.
Yeah,
I mean, they're taking I mean, I'm vaping at 130 watts, and they take the heat. So
I mean, as long as your cotton doesn't split down the middle when you re-wick there, Matt, it should be all right.
no, that's usually on my Boro stuff that I do that with. Get hold of the cotton to take it out, and it comes out in 2 bits instead of 1. More confined area though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's happened a few times with me.
I've not had it happen many times on bigger tanks. Unless I'm vaping at stupid wattage.
I was gonna say, unless you're at something ridiculous over 300, yeah, not usually.
Hmm.
Yeah, you get up to 300 watts, cotton doesn't last long. Mind you shouldn't really be vaping at 300 watts all day long anyway. So.
No.
not unless your name's Batman.
No, I don't know what he's doing with himself at the minute.
No,
I haven't
it's
heard
been
anything
pretty
from him
quiet.
for a while.
I know he started doing his Sunday morning cookery show thing, didn't he?
Even that
Yeah,
hasn't been on.
I wonder if we got hit with that hurricane.
Could have done. I know he had a bit of family shit going on, didn't he? Because his daughter wasn't very well. She had was it a heart bypass or something? Santos's daughter. But as far as I know, she recovered all right from that. Unless, like a lot of people, he'd had enough of the whole vape thing.
Possibly.
Because he was heading over more to the weed stuff as well. He was doing quite a bit on weed.
Well, I mean, look at the business side of things. If you want to look purely at that, if he's looking to make a living out of something, it's not vaping anymore.
Oh, no.
America, I'm not being funny. America, if you've got a vape channel and you're American and you're going for the American audience, forget it. Unless you're already well established, you know. You're not gonna get anywhere now.
Well, I mean, look at view counts now. You've got major reviewers that are only getting 2,000 views on a video that used to get, 8,000 views.
I mean,
Mhm.
you've got
Yeah.
to be like Grim Green, and even Grim's has dropped off a lot.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that has to do with how the industries went, or how it has to do as far as what the industry's actually releasing? Do you think if the content they have to release is all pod systems, people are going to get sick of it really quick?
I think it's a few things with Grim. I think it's one, the industry and what they're releasing, because as we've said already, there's no one's bringing anything new out really. you know, you might get one thing a month that all of us are like, oh, new mod, well, I might get that. And like, we all end up getting it. Whereas before it was like we'd all be like looking at different stuff and trying different
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and we talk about it. Don't happen now because it's not there. I think that's part of the problem with Grim. As you said, people aren't interested in seeing pod reviews, which is understandable. And I think Grim's problem, and it's not his fault, but Grim went into the advocacy thing and tried his fucking hardest.
Yeah.
And full credit to the guy for what he did. You know, 110%
Oh yeah.
awesome. But I think that caused YouTube to go very much against Grim. And I think they
The problem was, yeah, the biggest problem was the vaping industry in America didn't back him up. They've done nothing.
There was a few people in the industry who were backing him. There was some, you know, there were some decent people, but again, it was nobody of any. This sounds really nasty, and I don't mean it this way, but there was nobody of any significance. That's the issue, you know.
Yeah.
It needed. It's all very well the whole of the community go, yeah, we'll back Grim, we're all behind you. Right, what's for tea tonight? And just forget about it. What they needed to have been doing was actually backing him. Because, you know, he couldn't do it all on his own. And then, of course, you had the fact that his father got a lot worse and passed.
Yeah.
Which is terrible. Was very sorry for him. Been through that myself, and obviously, Craig, you've been through it. It's a bit of a kick in the balls, to say the least. I think Grim's just, I don't know, maybe taking a step backwards for a bit, and I don't blame him. Oh, fucking hell!
I think he still does his weekly blog. I know he still does his weekly blog.
Yeah, he's still doing it, but he's. I think he's struggling with content, isn't he now? Yeah, he is struggling, bless him. I mean, you've got Grim who's still going just about. You've got Mike Vapes. But again, Mike's got his own family problems, if you like, issues he's sorting.
Yeah.
I don't know about Matt at Suck My Mod is mainly doing weed stuff now.
So that's all I've seen him do for a while, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
Big
stupid
Lou.
thing is,
Jesus. Go on, Bill.
YouTube allows you to make money doing the weed videos, and yet you're not allowed to make any money from a vaping video that's about saving lives.
Mate, we've been saying that one for the past God knows how long.
Yeah. How screwed up though is the system?
Very.
Oh.
Very, 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 very screwed up. I'm surprised I haven't yet on the channel. I'm surprised we haven't had a threatening letter or threatening email yet because of some of the things that I have said. I'm waiting for it. But everything that I have said is factual. Whether YouTube likes it or not, it's facts. I'm sorry. It's an opinion. people should be allowed to say their opinion. Unfortunately, YouTube don't like people saying their opinion.
hmm
And I think that's
The
why a
thing
lot of
is,
the bigger reviewers have got sick of it.
you know, we've been stating our opinion on stuff that has been based on facts. We've been basing it on what's come out of official sources,
Yep. Yep.
not just tabloid headlines.
I'm still waiting for the the budget to go through and all of that's going to happen. There's going to be price
Oh.
hikes on petrol and blah blah blah
hmm
blah, all of that. I'm now, I'd say 80 to 90% sure we're going to see a tax on vaping. How much it's going to be, I don't know, but it is not going to be a small one.
hmm
My advice, if you can make your own e-liquid, or you want to learn about making it, I mean, Bill and I know a little bit about it. I'm not exactly Rochford Project, I'm not, but I know roughly I can certainly get you to make a juice that's vapeable, because mine is just about most of the time. Bill knows a bit. Craig knows. We all on here know a little bit about it.
So I haven't bought commercial juice in years.
I think the way forward for the UK and for a lot of us will be that route. But I don't think it will be long before we get taxation on concentrates, on bottle shots, on VG, on PG.
hmm
Because Keir Starmer is coming out with these mind-boggling fucking ideas. And I'm
They
back
won't
to
be
him
able
The
to
again.
tax.
problem is, won't be able to tax PG, won't be able to tax VG, because they're both
It's
used
used in
in
cosmetics.
pharmaceutical and catering.
Or
Same
will
goes
they?
for 2/3 of the flavour concentrates.
Or will they license VG and PG?
Don't give them ideas.
Mm.
I mean, there's things that Keir Starmer has done already that you think, no, don't be ridiculous. No Prime Minister would ever do that. And he has.
Mm.
I think he, if he isn't brought down quickly, which I really, really hope, as most of his party now doesn't believe in him, I hope somebody does bring him down out of power. Because he is
Yeah.
danger. He is the fucking danger. Or we're going to
hmm
get a lot of black market e-liquid. It's coming. People
And
will have it.
the unfortunate thing is the black market e-liquids is going to end up getting targeted to the ones that are just
Oh, I thought
starting
we
out
were...
vaping, have very little knowledge about mixing themselves, and they won't have even thought about, yeah, I'm going to mix my own liquid.
Oh, I got ill from vaping e-liquid. Where did you get it from? Oh, that's not important. Will be the government's answer. Let's just tar everybody with the same brush.
Yeah, where'd you get it from? Yeah.
Yes, Lisa, he is a fucking embarrassment.
And that's on a good day.
hmm
What, Jay Hayes is... Jay Hayes
Yeah,
on
he's
a
doing
bottle...
e-bike reviews. Mm.
God.
No different than Tony B doing all the skateboard stuff.
That's- The future does not look rosy for vaping. That's for sure. So,
I say, particularly when you look, New Zealand's done a 180, haven't they? They'd
I
opened
can.
up vaping
The
and they're
issue I
closing it
can.
back down again.
We're going to have Starmer and his henchmen will try and destroy vaping. We know that. And then I can see in a few years, with the smoking ban coming in, well, there's got to be a better method of getting people off the cigarettes. Well, vaping worked well. Well, maybe we should bring vaping back. After you've destroyed it, now you want to bring it
Right.
back.
Our industry's gone.
Yeah.
No, get it right. The entire legal industry is gone.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Think about it.
Trouble is,
Oh, and think
makes
about
it
how bad
open again.
disposables are. Well, disposables are how bad already. Imagine them when they're actually
yeah.
made with even dodgier e-liquids that are just you wouldn't want to deal with, and now you have no idea what you're vaping.
Mm-hmm.
We've already got that problem. Early this year, Liverpool Council Trading Standards seized 50 disposables and put them through the lab. 23 had heavy metals in the liquid.
Yeah.
Shit.
Not from the coils, but actually in the liquid. And another 17 had other contaminants.
Really heavy metal.
Not that heavy metal.
Oh. You got me and Lee excited
Lead,
then.
lead, zinc.
And Stevie, I'm not buying any more bathtub e-liquid off you until you take the soap out. Last time I had a bar of soap and it had like little hairy bits all over it. It was horrible. I'm trying to make. I shouldn't be making jokes of it, but I don't know what else to say to it. I really
Well,
don't.
think about it, Matt. We're really at that point, though. Everybody's been fighting for years, all been repeating ourselves for years, and it's gotten us exactly where we expected. To be honest,
Fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
The trouble is, it's like we keep saying, I'll say it again, community. If people were to band together, like Australia should have done, like America should have done, like the UK should have done, starting with vape reviewers.
Yeah.
What happens in this country? I'm not talking to him. I don't like him. He's a Scottish wanker. Oh, well, he's a dickhead that's in a shed. Oh, well, he's a knobbit. How old are you? You're not 3 years old. Grow the fuck up. Go and sit at the naughty table over there. Grow up. Do you want to be vaping in the future? Yes. Right. Then we've got to do something about it. End of.
Yeah.
But these people aren't willing to do that. But they're willing
No.
to go to Expo. And I'm not having a dig at anybody going to Expo, so don't think that I'm saying that, Craig. But they're going to Expo for one reason, to get pissed off. If some of this lot were to go to Expo, and instead of getting, or as well maybe even as getting pissed off, you went to Expo, spoke to other reviewers, spoke to the people like UK Beer and people like that, and spoke to people at Expo, Right, what are we doing about this? What can we do? No, nothing. Because we said this to Mark EVL, Mark Howard. We said to him, "Well, what did you say about it?" "Oh no, I didn't say anything about it." Well, why? You've got the perfect opportunity to walk up to other people, other reviewers, and say, "Right, what are we going to do?" If those people just turn around and say, "Well, it's not my problem, I'm not interested," right, okay, fine, walk away. But people should be trying to do it. But it's not happening. Because like Lee said, they're all school kids. And I no doubt if they ever hear any of this, my name will be Mud as usual. And I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm talking bollocks. Oh well, that's cool.
I'll quite happily turn to any of them and say, "What are you going to do?"
I usually talk bollocks most of the time, so. But I'm afraid this time I'm right. I know I'm right. I know we're right, what we've said. I know we are.
Yeah.
And it's going to end badly. Stevie, will you stop putting in comedy fucking skits every fucking 2 seconds? Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking Stevie, pop-up pirate.
Now, there's a rum and raisin flavour. I'm sure that would be quite nice.
Rum and raisin with ice cream, yeah. Ooh. Ooh,
Yeah.
oh, yes. Crack on, Stevie. Off you go. Somebody did do that. Can't remember who it was. It wasn't that good. It needed a bit more work on it, but
Yeah, I've tried a couple and they weren't that good. Oh, one of them was one of the serendipity liquids.
yeah.
And it's not
It's
not what
almost
I would
like,
call a rum flavour.
yeah, I mean, rum, having drunk quite a bit of it over the years, does have a very a specific flavour to it, rum. Especially a good rum.
And you can't oversweeten it or you're going to ruin it immediately.
I get, and that's the benefit if you mix your own e-liquid. If you want it sweeter, which some people do, go for it. If you don't,
Yeah.
you can do that. So it is definitely worth, if you have the time, obviously, and the money, but it is worth doing.
Well, it's like I've got
The
my own, and
biggest
it all depends on your flavor too. What do you like? I've got my own stuff that I like. I've had some people try them, they like them, and at the same time, like my sister's boyfriend tried one the other day, and he's like, "Well, I can't really taste anything." Well, you're used to either cigarettes or disposables. You're not gonna, with the levels that I use flavor wise, you're not gonna taste anything.
Exactly.
No.
You see, that irritates me. Oh, I always cough when I vape, so I go straight back to smoking. You're coughing because you're bringing up all of the shit that is in your lungs. That is...
It's a different sensation, vaping.
Yes.
Well, especially once you clear all that out.
They say, oh, mouth to lung, like Vic keeps saying, oh, mouth to lung, that's the closest you'll get to a cigarette. I disagree. It's not strictly true. You will never get Dave and I talked about this, and I think you did as well, Craig, is you will never get that sensation of smoking a cigarette.
Mm.
It's not possible. Mouth to lung, depending what flavour you vape. You know, Dave likes his tobacco flavours. Personally,
Yeah.
I can't think of anything fucking worse. It's fucking horrible. But
Mm.
that's his go-to. He likes his tobaccos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Well, it's like I've got a
Fine.
litre of tobacco flavour over there for a friend of mine.
Yeah. And like I've said to you, I can't think of anything worse.
Mm.
I throw it
I
down
can't
the
even
drain.
stand to have the bottle open.
You know, fucking vile.
Well, Matt,
But he
that works the way
obviously
you
likes
vape
it.
too. Like when I started vaping, I couldn't do mouth to lung. I wanted the furthest thing I could get from a cigarette, and it was fruity
Yep.
flavors and a very open, direct lung vape, and it
Mm-hmm.
worked.
But that only children like fruity flavours.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the candy gummy worm, they got me to quit smoking.
Don't get me wrong. The vaping industry, and in particular e-liquid manufacturers, have not done themselves any favours with the
Mm.
bottle designs and the slogans
Well, no.
and what they put on.
True.
Specifically, UK, there's been some really bad ones. We've had ones doing copies of Bounty chocolate bars, Crunchy bars, Skittles, McDonald's milkshake.
I mean, I saw one just yesterday that
loads.
looked like a Mario label.
Yeah.
You know,
And then they wonder why somebody in government looking at that is thinking that is child friendly. It is.
Mm.
I'm not arguing that. I can't argue. It is. Yeah, I agree. But that person
Yeah.
who's doing that should be held up accountable for that. Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah.
Steve.
oh, that
Wasn't
double
that-
chamber thing.
Yeah, wasn't that the small Aunt Campbell, which
Think
had
so.
something like, which did something like that?
Might have known it'd have something to do with you.
Yeah. Wrong spelling of Campbell though.
Yeah. So all of those things, yeah, we had ourselves to blame, and I'll put my hand up and say, yeah, we were to blame for that. The labels just need to be a simple label. Maker's name, flavour. That's it.
Yeah.
Nicotine rating. If it's got nick in it, this contains 70%, 30%, or whatever. If it had nicotine in, it contains, 3, 6, 9, 12, whatever. Doesn't need Donald Duck smoking a cigar on it, or what other fucking crap you can put on there. But
Well, do you remember a few months ago, you and me just went through one of the websites and looked
Yeah,
at
we did,
all
yeah.
of the e-liquid labels,
Yeah.
and it's like, that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. I think we were left with about a quarter of the liquids we thought were reasonable.
I mean, you've got James's range with his custards, because it's a very basic label.
Mhm.
It says who he is or who his company is. It says it's a custard. It tastes like mint custard. It tastes like custard or lemon custard or whatever.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
That's all it needs.
And
Mhm.
that's all it needs. Exactly.
We don't need alien vomit and unicorn poo.
No, we don't. And I see why people get upset with vapors regarding that. Also, I see why people get upset because Dave and I had I had an argument with somebody on Dave's show, and Dave kicked him off out of the chat because I can't remember what his name was now, but he came in and we were on about vaping in public, and I said I will always usually use something that's not big clouds, don't blow big clouds, and I don't blow it at people. I said, because that is not going to help. You wouldn't walk around with a cigarette or a cigar and blow it in everybody's face. And he went, can't remember his name.
I
But he
remember.
said, I vape and blow it in whoever face I want. Fuck 'em. That's great. Awesome. Yeah, you've just upset everybody. Well done. That's exactly what we don't want to do.
You know, I
Wasn't
can't
that
remember who it
when-
was, but I remember that.
Wasn't that when there was a few dickheads coming into the chat quite often?
Yeah.
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 It's pointless. It's pointless going. It's pointless. You're not helping anybody by doing that.
You know, it's funny though. I
Yeah,
have
you've
noticed with the guys at work that still smoke. Now that I vape around them as much as I do, and I obviously don't blow vape at them, they now are conscious of where their cigarette smoke's going.
Mm.
That's a positive.
Oh yeah. Like I've actually had them sit there and be like, "Oh, try to apologize for it." It's like, well, the wind blows in my direction. I can't really do anything about that. It's going to happen back and forth between both of us,
Yeah.
But if you're blowing your cigarette smoke or vape in someone's face, that's just uncalled for.
Yeah. Yes, we know you two are both fruity, Stevie and Lee.
I don't vape a lot of fruit, and I never touch tobacco.
Say I've got one tobacco that I will go to every now and then, and that's that Jake's Scrapwood tobacco.
Yeah.
But that's a caramel bourbon tobacco too. It's not a straight cigarette flavor.
Yeah.
But past that, I mean, I've tried custards. I've tried all kinds of stuff. I don't like them.
Fair enough.
Mm.
My
think
go-to is
tobacco's-
custard.
Right.
Tobacco's
Mm.
is, I mean, some people, like I say, Dave loves tobaccos. I just don't think Dave's got any taste buds, but but he likes his tobaccos, which fair dues.
Mm.
I know Vic likes his tobaccos. For me, they taste like licking in the bottom of a pub ashtray, but just not for me. Just, no.
I found when I had a tobacco one quite a while ago, it made my throat feel even drier.
It does. It's very dry on your throat, tobacco.
Mm.
It does make me want to cough, especially if you're doing it like a mouth to lung. It's very dries you out a lot. I mean, one of my favourite go-to all day is for mouth to lung, and I need to get another bottle of it. Is that Tommy's from the e-liquid flavour concentrate.
Mm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for mouth to lung, because it's the menthol's just about right mouth to lung. It's got a kick to it. It's nice, and it's not expensive for a bottle of that to make it up.
No, it's not. Mm.
I mean, I usually buy 2 bottles of it, but I've run out.
Mm.
Fucking hell, 2 hours and nearly 20 minutes.
Mm.
I better call it. better call it a night before it's to past Tyler's bedtime.
And you know I gotta be up at 3 o'clock. Don't give me shit.
All right, gentlemen, and you lot. You better do your goodbyes. And every week,
I'll go there.
All right, I'll.
stampede.
I was waiting
I'll go
for
there.
it. I was waiting for it.
I'll go then. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. I hope everyone has a good week. The group is there as usual if anyone's struggling. Hopefully you will join us again next week. And have a good one. I shall pass that on to Tyler.
Thank you, Craig. Well, like always, guys, thanks for being here. You help the show keep going every week. If anybody does have show ideas, topics, complaints even, I don't give a damn. Let us know.
Complaints go to Mr. Tyler Flint, by the way.
Mhm. I have one complaint. He didn't do a build tutorial on his blaze.
It's all right. We'll hold him accountable for
You-
that next week.
You want an up close build video now, don't you?
Yep.
No, it's okay. The
All right,
pictures did good enough.
In
If I
4K.
do it though, I want the same reaction I used to get from a certain pain in the ass. Ooh, shiny. But yeah, not much more from me this week, guys. It was a good show. They'll go ahead and say goodbyes, bud.
Right. No, it's been a good show. Meandered about a little bit as usual, but it's been interesting to see what chat has to say as well. And it just gives us something more to talk about. The group's there, as everybody said. We're there if you need us. We're there if you don't. And this will sound wrong. I hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're always there, mate. And have a great week. Over to you, Matt.
Oh, it's not really much else I can say. Yeah, just exactly what the guy said. Yeah, been a good show, as per usual. It's been all over the place, which is nothing fucking new. Yeah, I am wondering about that. I think it is turning into Steve's car porn. I think I'm going to have to start him his own little section to put his car porn in at the rate he's going. But yeah, if anybody does got any ideas of what they might want to talk about, yeah, let us know. It's as much your show as ours. So, I'm pleased to hear that Sarah is finally out of hospital. Thank God.
Yeah.
And on the
kidding.
mend, which is great news. So hopefully she shall be getting back to a bit more comfort in herself, bless her.
Yeah.
And yeah, all I can say to everybody is we shall be back next week to annoy you and irritate you as normal. And, yes, that's all for now, folks. So we shall see you later. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye for now.